Francis Bacon is one of the greatest writers of English prose, and his essays have become classics of the English language. His essays have their own charm. Not only the subject matter of his essay, but even the prose style of Bacon is also very charming, it is also very attractive, and cast an indelible impression on its reader. So, this question is very important for the examination. Francis Bacon as a prose writer or as an essayist. Now, the most important points of Francis Bacon as a prose writers are one by one. Francis Bacon, the very first is Francis Bacon as the father of English essays. Why we call Francis Bacon, or why he has been called as the father of English essays? Bacon wrote his essays about 400 years ago, and he borrowed the idea of essays from Montaigne. Montaigne was a French essayist of Bacon times. Then Bacon wrote his essays. The first edition of his book came out in 1597. The second collection of his essays came in 1612, and the third came in 1625. The third collection of his essays had 58 essays. So, we can say that he was the first essayist in English. Francis Bacon was the first essayist in English, and that is why that he has been called as the father of English essays. Second one is the father of modern English prose. So, now the father of modern English prose. What happened that in Bacon's days, English prose looked just like very difficult. It was not regular. It was just like a mass of tangled vines, we can say, and the sentences, the prose or the sentences of English, they were very long and they were not very significant. They were even very difficult to understand for its readers. But Bacon developed a new prose for his essays. His sentences, means he divided his long sentences into short clauses, into short sentences, using punctuations, hyphen, commas, or we can say that into short clear cut clauses to make them short and simple. He also combined his ideas with pointed verbal effect, and his images were rich. They were full of poetic imagination. His simple and clear use of language proves his mastery over English prose. His essays were short, which leave behind an indelible impression on the readers, and his prose was the basic form of the modern English prose. So, his prose is impressive, easy to understand, and it also had the basic form of the modern English prose. So, this is why that he has been called as the father of modern English prose. No doubt Francis Bacon, he was a child of Renaissance because he belonged to the 16th century, and this was the era of Renaissance period, and we find all the characteristics of Renaissance period in the personality, in the essays of Francis Bacon, as he was a man of action, a practical man, a witty man, that is a man of learning, a man of intellectuality. So, all the characteristics of Renaissance are found in the essays of Francis Bacon, and we can say that he was a child of Renaissance because he belonged to the 16th century. Now, Francis Bacon is also known for his prose style. His prose style is aphoristic. His prose style is aphoristic. When we say that his prose style is aphoristic, because he uses aphorism. Aphorism, that is that he says each and everything within few words. For example, reading the essay of studies, he says, he starts, that is, reading make the full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. So we find all these qualities in his prose style. His style is aphoristic style, epigrammatic, practical, full of worldly wisdom. There is also morality, and in his prose style we find dignity of tone, brevity, clarity, force. All these are main characteristics of his prose style. Especially he is known for his aphoristic style. His style is completely objective. It is not personal, but it is impersonal, because we don't find even a single line of his personal life in his essay. So he is very practical, and his essays are full of worldly wisdom. That is why that his style is very objective, and it is full of morality also. So Francis Bacon can be called that, yeah, he was, though he was not an idealist, but he can be called that he was a moralist, because, and he also believed in worldly wisdom. So he was not an idealist, as he didn't believe in what? He didn't believe in idealism, but he believed in worldly wisdom, in practical advices. Francis Bacon's essays are full of practical wisdom, and they describe both the advantages and the disadvantages. Means Francis Bacon tells or describes through his essays merits and demerits of one thing, the advantages of one thing and the disadvantages of the same thing. So Francis Bacon has been what kind of essayist, what kind of prose writer he was. He was an objective writer. His prose style is objective, it is impersonal, and it is very practical, and there we find a dignity of tone, that is his discussion is superb. Whatever he says, whatever he writes, whatever he instructs us, he always says in a very calm manner, in a very serious manner. So he is a serious essayist because he gives us advice in a serious manner. He uses the dignity of tone. He always pay attention to that, and he doesn't provide us any idea of his personal life. Means he does not share his personal life experiences, likes or dislikes with his readers. So he is a very impersonal writer, practical writer, or we can say formally. That is, he is a formal writer because whatever he says in a formal way, and he is an objective essayist. So as a prose writer, all are very important points related to Francis Bacon.